I have been thinking about a lot about the man I'm becoming, and the more I reflect on my life, my past, my habits, my direction, the more everything keeps pointing back to one core truth, and that is I am a Muslim and my ultimate goal is Jannah. It's not about money, status, or validation. Like all those things are secondary and everything else is secondary. And once that really started, and once that truth really started to sink in, it changed how I look at everything. Because if my purpose here is to please Allah, then my life isn't a random, it's intentional. I have been given a life, a mind, a set of experiences, and a perspective that is completely unique to me, which means the value I can bring into this world is so unique and so different from everybody else that only I can bring and no one else can bring in this world. Like, let that sink in for a second. Like, no one can replicate what value I can bring because I have a unique design, and that's the truth I'm realizing slowly. And I think this is the truth for everybody else, that everyone has a unique purpose, and as a result, comparison is actually not feasible. It's not like something you should do. Okay, because comparison is very low intelligent task, a very low intelligent thing to do, comparing yourself, and also it's kind of insult to the creator because the creator made you unique and you are literally insulting the creator by comparing yourself to someone else. And if use this particular truth that I just mentioned, that we all have a unique design properly, and I live my life alignment with that, then that's what I think would give me a fulfilled life. It's not about chasing everything, but actually submitting to the right thing. So this idea has slowly started to shape every area of my life. And if I talk about one by one, it would be like spiritually. I'm trying to stay consistent with my prayers, not just as a habit, but as a foundation. Mentally, I have realized my mindset still has some flaws and patterns that I'm still resolving and still coming to the surface because I'm getting more aware of my psychological health, and that's why it is so better than what I used to be. Like if I compare myself to my past version, and that's the only comparison you should do, I have grown a lot. Okay, like really a lot. And now I am consciously trying to rewire these parts. Physically, I'm like starting to understand that taking care of my body and my health is so important. Like I've learned this the hard way last year because I've gone through some health issue last year. So as a result, I've learned a very important lesson that it is so important to take care of your body and health, and that is also a part of discipline and part of responsibility as a man. In business, I don't just want money anymore. Like I want to earn in a way that is fulfilling and aligns with the values I have and with the purpose with which I have come down to this world. And in relationships, I know in relationships still an area that I need to work on. But even there, I want things to be grounded, intentional, and real. Like everything slowly aligning to one core idea. If I've been honest here, a big part of the man I'm becoming comes down what I didn't have growing up. I didn't grow up with a strong, secure, masculine figure I could rely on. I didn't have someone I could fully trust, someone who would make me feel safe, someone who showed me what it meant to be a man the right way. When you grow up like that, it does something to you. You learn to survive, not feel safe. You are literally fighting for survival and not living life. You become alert, aware, always trying to stay ahead of pain, very hyper vigilant. And without realizing it, you start building your entire identity around not being weak. So now what I do, especially in my work, it's just it's more than success. Okay, it's about the building a version of me that my younger self can rely on. The man I needed back then, someone stable, someone like who is disciplined and someone who is in control. You know. I hope you like getting what I want to say. Someone who doesn't collapse under pressure. And I know this just doesn't stop with me. One day when I would have a wife, when I would have children, they wouldn't get the version of me who is still surviving, who is still lost, who is still trying to, you know, make his needs met, trying to make ends meet, who's still reacting, who's emotionally unstable, not disciplined, not committed. They will get a man who's built himself. And I hope like this video, if you're a man watching this, I hope you're building a version of yourself that your future family is proud of. A man who creates stability and not chaos. Like a man who builds a home that feels safe, not something that people want to escape from. That's the direction I'm moving in. It's not perfect, but it's intentional. Becoming more focused. I'm becoming more focused on where I'm going. I'm becoming more aware of my actions, more responsible for my life, more disciplined, more grounded. It's more conscious, you know, basically more everything. And I'm not there yet, but for the first time, I know who I'm becoming and where I'm going, and I hope that you also know where you are going and what you're becoming.